What would happen if two giants from completely different worlds faced each other? On one side, Steven Seagal, the undisputed master of Aikido and Hollywood action star. On the other, Brock Lesnar, a powerhouse in Greco-Roman wrestling, MMA champion, and professional wrestling legend. The mere idea of such a showdown intrigues, surprises, and leaves you almost speechless. Today, we will analyze their backgrounds, fights, and physical strengths to imagine what could happen if these two warriors ever went head-to-head. Steven Seagal, with his imposing stature and piercing gaze, built his reputation through Aikido, a Japanese martial art focused on fluidity and redirecting an opponent's force. Born on April 10, 1952, in Lansing, Michigan, he grew up in a modest family. His mother, Patricia Ann Fisher, was a medical technician, while his father, Samuel Steven Seagal, worked as a high school teacher. During his teenage years, the family moved to Fullerton, California, where young Steven continued his studies at Buena Park High School. Like many teenagers, he worked part-time. His first job, a dishwasher at a restaurant called the Wagon Wheel. But it was precisely there that a pivotal moment would shape his destiny. The restaurant's cook was no ordinary chef. He was a Japanese Shotokan karate expert. Fascinated by the young Seagal's speed and agility, he decided to teach him the basics of karate. This moment marked the beginning of a long journey into the heart of martial arts. From 1964, Seagal deepened his training in Aikido under the guidance of Master Harry Koshi Ishisaka, a respected figure in the discipline. Passionate and determined, Steven progressed rapidly. Later, still in his teens, he accompanied his father to Japan for military reasons, and what was meant to be a temporary stay became permanent. It was there, in the land of the rising sun, that his martial career truly began. Few know this, but Steven Seagal is one of the rare Westerners to reach such a high level in Japan. After years of rigorous training, he earned a 7th-degree black belt, a prestigious rank demonstrating deep mastery of Aikido, and received the honorary title of Shirhan, meaning Master Instructor. This title is rarely awarded to foreigners, proving the respect Seagal had earned among his Japanese peers. Perhaps his most remarkable achievement was becoming the first foreigner to run an Aikido dojo in Japan. In a society deeply rooted in tradition, seeing an American teach an ancient martial art to Japanese students was a groundbreaking accomplishment. This success reflected Seagal's discipline, charisma, and extraordinary talent. Aikido, the martial art he chose and elevated to its peak, has a unique philosophy. Created in the early 20th century by Morihei Ueshiba, it is not based on brute force but on harmony. Its fundamental principle is simple yet powerful. Rather than confronting an opponent head-on, Aikido seeks to absorb and redirect their energy. The techniques involve circular movements designed to unbalance the attacker. A direct strike is rarely blocked. Instead, it is guided, deflected, and then turned into a joint lock, throw, or immobilization. Wrists, elbows, shoulders, all serve as strategic points to control or neutralize an opponent without necessarily causing severe harm. What sets Aikido apart is its emphasis on efficiency. The goal is to prevail without excessive force by using the opponent's energy against them. It is an art where intelligence and precision take precedence over brute strength. Through his teaching and demonstrations, Steven Seagal helped popularize Aikido far beyond Japan's borders. In the following years, his charisma and mastery drew Hollywood's attention, launching a film career that would make him an icon of martial arts cinema. If Steven Seagal conquered Japan with subtlety and fluidity, Brock Lesnar commands respect through sheer power and physical domination. Born for combat, he is a rare combination of strength, speed, and technique, forged in the arenas of professional wrestling and MMA. Lesnar began his career in Greco-Roman wrestling, a sport demanding discipline, endurance, and total body control. But it was in the WWE that his name became legendary. In his early matches, Lesnar showed no mercy. He entered the ring and demolished his opponents with an intensity that shocked spectators and left commentators speechless. His official match against Jeff Hardy is unforgettable. Not only did Lesnar emerge victorious, but he also knocked Hardy out, a rare feat in professional wrestling, where fights rarely end in knockouts. This victory skyrocketed his popularity. Yet Brock Lesnar is not one to rest on his laurels. After his wrestling achievements, he pushed his limits further by exploring other combat forms. He joined New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, facing experienced wrestlers, some far heavier than him, but his technique and power were more than enough to prevail. His career took a decisive turn when he ventured into MMA, signing with the UFC. There, his style proved deadly, a combination of ground-and-pound techniques and aggressive striking. He quickly dominated opponents by controlling them on the ground, delivering precise punches and elbows. Although Lesnar is not the most versatile fighter, his weaknesses lie in stamina and stand-up striking. His strength, size, and wrestling expertise make him nearly unbeatable for anyone who has not faced a real combat champion. His real-world fighting experience and collection of titles give him a clear strategic edge, even against someone like Steven Seagal. Observing Steven Seagal and Brock Lesnar, it is clear we are witnessing two radically different martial worlds. Seagal's Aikido mastery focuses on redirection and subtle balance, while Lesnar combines brute strength, speed, and wrestling technique to dominate physically. Seagal's Aikido relies on a simple but ruthless principle: never directly oppose an attack. Circular movements and joint locks neutralize opponents with minimal force. Each wrist, elbow, and shoulder becomes a strategic point for control or projection. Intelligence of movement outweighs brute force. Thanks to his years in Japan and his Shohan title, Seagal has an intimate understanding of these techniques. He can anticipate moves, read intentions, and use an opponent's energy against them. In a classic Aikido duel, an unprepared adversary could be subdued before even realizing what happened. Conversely, Brock Lesnar employs a direct, almost animalistic approach, yet incredibly effective. His ground-and-pound style relies on aggressive grappling, pinning opponents, controlling their movements, and striking to limit their defensive options. Combined with speed, this makes him almost impossible to handle for those unfamiliar with a true MMA or wrestling champion. Lesnar's weaknesses lie in endurance and countering subtle techniques like Aikido when facing a highly skilled opponent. If an expert like Seagal could create space and manipulate Lesnar's energy, he might theoretically gain an advantage. However, resisting Lesnar's sheer power alone would already be a monumental challenge. Physically, the two fighters are remarkably balanced. Both stand over 6 feet tall and weigh around 286 pounds, almost equals 130 kg, meaning any confrontation would hinge not on size or weight but on the art of each move. Agility and technique versus brute strength and power, a battle of philosophies as much as muscles. In summary, Steven Seagal and Brock Lesnar represent two opposing approaches to combat. One favors mastery, technique, and subtlety. The other relies on power, speed, and aggression. Each has left a mark on history in his own way. Seagal elevated Aikido to a respected art in Japan, teaching generations and proving that a Westerner could thrive in a tradition-bound environment. His action films further popularized his techniques worldwide, making him a martial arts and cinematic icon. Lesnar dominated multiple arenas: professional wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling, and MMA. His name is synonymous with power and danger in the ring. Spectacular victories, rare knockouts, and his relentless style have made him a living legend. His career demonstrates the perfect combination of extraordinary physique and applied technique in real combat. A confrontation between these two giants would be more than a clash of muscles. It would be a meeting of opposing martial philosophies, harmony and fluidity versus strength and domination. Lesnar's real-world combat experience and championship titles give him a tangible competitive advantage, but Seagal's technical expertise and strategic mastery prove that victory is not solely determined by brute force. In a hypothetical scenario, anything could happen. A moment of focus, a perfectly executed move, or a fatal mistake could turn the tide. The story of these legends reminds us that combat is never just about force and technique. It is a mix of discipline, experience, instinct, and willpower. Whether one admires Seagal's ancestral mastery or Lesnar's modern power, the audience cannot help but be fascinated by the clash of these two worlds.